Back to Kristin Omdahl's beauty blog or vlog. This is episode 2002. I guess I'm being hopeful that we'll have plenty of episodes to warrant 3 digits. Who knows? If it's anything like my original podcast, Create, Share, Inspire podcast, where we're at what, 765 as of today? What are we going to be at today? It will be, yes, today will be 765 of that. So, hey, if that's any indication, then maybe we will need 3 digits here as well. If you're joining me live, please say hello. If you end up watching the recorded version, please also feel welcome to say hello. I had no idea what to expect the first time we went live and was really just overwhelmed by so many positive comments, and I just want to thank you all so much for your support. Hi Luna and Sandshell. I'm going to be teaching you one of my oldest beauty tricks this morning, and I'm super excited to do it. So it's something you have to do before your makeup, so I'm going to show you the oldest beauty trick I know, and from my original modeling days when I was 11, and then after that I'll finish doing my makeup to get ready for my day and the podcast, the original podcast, Create, Share, Inspire, that starts at 9 o'clock in 41 minutes. So let's see what we can get done. I know it's going to take a few minutes for people to get notified. I haven't actually started scheduling this one, but I think Tuesday, last week I went on Tuesday, so I thought I'd try to be consistent. I'm not sure if that's going to make sense for the actual theme of this beauty vlog, but for now, we're going to go with that. So until further notice, I'll try to do them on Tuesdays. Okay, so the oldest beauty trick that I have is from my days in modeling. And one of the things that they taught us to do is before we would go out on stage for a fashion show or before we would get our makeup done for a photo shoot, we would exfoliate our lips. But it wasn't like something you did in the bathroom and you did it the night before. We would do it right beforehand. And it involved a toothbrush and like a chapstick, and we would scrub our lips. And let's see, that was when I was 11, so I'm now 48. So what is that? 37 years later, I've evolved, thank goodness. And now I use my sugar scrub, which was a product that I used to sell on my website, and I'm going to share my recipe with you. I thought that I would have it on the video description before we started, but I will post the recipe for making my amazing sugar scrub later today in the video description here. And we're going to talk about this product in lots of other ways over the course of time, but for today, the first thing I want to show you that you can do with it is exfoliate your lips to make them not only, it actually makes them a little fuller too, which is a nice side thing, but the most important thing is that when you exfoliate your lips, you fluff off the dead skin cells and allow moisture to get in. So here's what's, as you can see, I use my sugar scrub a lot. This sugar scrub, what I do, it's brown sugar, raw organic sugar, and coconut oil. And I'm going to put it on my lips. We're going to talk a lot about sugar scrub in a future episode, but for this morning, all we're going to do is use a toothbrush and just gently scrub that into my lips. I'm using small circles, and I am not brushing hard at all. I'm brushing very soft, but just getting it in there. I'll do one more. And the really wonderful part about using the sugar scrub for this is that you've got the sugar exfoliating your lips, you've got the toothbrush doing a little bit of the work too, but you've got that really great oil in the base that's absorbing right into your skin as you're fluffing off those dead skin cells. Okay, so now I'll just wipe the excess off. Definitely feel extra circulation too, like I feel the blood really pumping right at my lips, which is a good feeling, and definitely feel super, super soft. All right, good. So now we can continue on with finishing up my makeup. So I have already put eye cream on under my eye. I washed my face. I wash my face with oil. I do not wash my face with soap, which is something else we'll talk about in a future episode as well. Let me see what's going on here. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for joining live. Got it. Okay, so when I get up in the morning, I wash my face with oil, hot water and oil. I do not use soap, and we'll talk about the benefits of that in a future episode too when I share the recipe for the cleansing oil. And then after that, I put eye cream on under my eyes, and I put face cream on my face, and I give that a chance to absorb. My lips are dry now too. I want my lips to be dry from the exfoliation as well, because I don't want it to get funky with the foundation. So now I'm going to use my airbrush foundation. Bunch of comments. Let's see what we've got going on here. A bunch of good mornings. Hi, Barbara. I use avocado oil, Lisa, and I will share my recipe. Hi, Althea. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to use my Christian Dior Air Flash Foundation, which is an airbrush, an aerosol, and I find that it's just the most amazing light coverage for me. It goes on very quickly. Even though it goes on wet, it dries almost instantly once it hits my face, and it gives me this super smooth coverage, which is kind of crazy because it's so light. I mean, I can barely feel that I have foundation on. I used to use a powder foundation, which also felt very light, but what I didn't realize is as I was getting older, that was actually doing more damage than good. It was accentuating my wrinkles rather than trying to, diminish them. And so when I did not want to switch to a liquid foundation because I thought it would rub off on my clothes all day, but it turns out my powder was doing that anyway. So I find that once I put this on and then set it with powder, it doesn't come off under my nails, it doesn't come off on my phone, it actually doesn't come off on anything. So that's really amazing. Now, in my first episode of the beauty vlog, I did the powder next and then did my foundation, and I thought in the photos my under eye area looked more wrinkled than it should have looked. And I think it's because I was probably nervous, first episode and all, and I think I got a little sloppy with the powder. So today I'm going to put the concealer on first, and then I'll put the setting powder on and try to avoid my under eye as well. As I have learned how to put on makeup for mature aging skin, a few things, learned a lot of things actually, but one of the other things that I've learned beyond what I've told you so far is that do not put powder underneath your eyes, because any extra dryness that you put underneath your eyes, which are already wrinkly and dry, will only accentuate the wrinkles and the dryness. So I have stopped doing that, and I have noticed a huge difference. In fact, even when I see people, they say, I don't know what's different about you, but you have a glow about you. I'll take that. I don't care if you know what my secrets are. I just care that I look like I'm glowing. So thank you very much, right? Who doesn't want to hear that? Especially at 48 or 58 or 68. Here's hoping. All right, let's see. Hi, Donna. Hi, Angela. Hi, Chris. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. One of these days, I'll probably get used to myself without makeup. Today's not going to be the day, though. Okay, so now I have my concealer on. I have my foundation on, I have my concealer on, and I am going to set the foundation with powder before going forward, but I'm going to avoid my under eye area. I felt like on episode 1, I got a little sloppy with this because I was nervous and chatting and all that good stuff. So this time I'm going to be more conscious of the fact that I want to avoid my under eye completely. So I am going to set the foundation with powder. This allows it to dry, and not only does it allow it to dry, but it means that it doesn't rub off on your phone and your skin and your clothing throughout the day, and that is amazing. Okay, so we're done with that. It's time to move on to eyebrows. I did get a question the other day after the first episode. Someone said their hair has turned gray and their eyebrows are still black and they have faded along the corners here. And she said, what should I do? Well, although I don't have the same color issues, I do ultimately have the same issues. My eyebrows are disappearing. And so what happens is they're turning, I don't think they're disappearing as much as they are fading in color. And so using an eyebrow pencil for me, notice that I brush them first. I brush them all in the upward direction mostly. Is I like filling in you're not filling in the hairs, you're filling in the color over the hairs. So it's just adding a little bit of thickness. If you don't have eyebrows at all, you may or may not enjoy this technique, but if you have eyebrows, but they're just lighter, this works really well. There are other options if you don't have eyebrows at all, because then you'd want to create the texture of hair as well, and there are different products out there for that. But if you have the hairs and you just don't have the color and coverage that you want and the visible eyebrows, these work really well. This one is by L'Oreal. Let me see what the name is called. And like I said on the other beauty vlog, Brow Stylist Shape and Fill by L'Oreal, and I used the lightest color. What was I saying on the previous one? If you're in between two colors, go lighter. Oh, and I said I'd tell you a story about that. I don't know if we'll have time for my color story, but we will eventually, and it's hilarious, but it involves making fun of Marlon, so we'll have to weigh out the pluses and minuses to that. Anyway, so I'm going to keep going now. I like to use a little bit of a highlighter on the top of my cheekbones. A little goes a very long way. You can very easily overdo this. As you can see, I'm not even brushing it on. I'm slightly dabbing it on, and you may already see it's there. A little bit of highlighter on the tops of your cheekbones really highlights. I don't know, I think it's so beautiful because you don't see it in all light, you just kind of see it in certain light, and I don't know, I think it's kind of magical. I'm going to use blush next, and I'm very careful, at least when I'm not in a rush. When I'm in a rush, I often put on too much blush because I go through that old habit of doing this, and gosh, it's so, I mean, you have to go through it and take it back off again for sure. That's why I always have tissue handy. Okay, so I just did a little bit. I just want to have a little bit of a flush look, not a whole lot. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second, see if there's any questions. I do not see questions. Okay, so we will continue moving on. All right, we're not going to do lips yet. We'll save that. Probably going to do eyes next. And I thought I'd do a different color today. I was going to do something a little more peachy today. I tried it out yesterday to see if it was something that I liked, and I did. So I thought, well, I'll do it again today for you guys. So I'm going to use, this is used to be sponsored by Carity, and I have some of their palettes. This is the matte palette, and I'm going to start with their peach here called Coquette. And I'm going to do a peach color all over my eyelid. I'm not going too far into the corner, like almost to the corner and out to the corner here, and I'm going up onto my brow bone because when I get my, remember how we talked about where to put the crease shadow? When you get older and you have hooded eyes like I do, and I'll close my eye here in a second to show you, you want to end up extending where you put that shadow for the crease a little bit higher. But if I do a color like this first, you'll end up getting a gradient look from the shadow. It's really cool. You'll see what I mean in a second. So see how I'm going just below, I mean, there's still a space here on the brow bone, but I'm going higher than the crease. And see when I close my eyes how you can't see my lid? That's called a hooded eye. When you get older, sometimes you get a hooded eye. And so I'm going to show you some tips for still being able to see interesting eyeshadow, even though my eyelids are hooded. So one of them is to make this lighter color go a little higher up. And I used a flat, soft brush for that. I'm going to use a more angled brush for my shadow crease. And I'm going to use Color Unsafe, which is this pretty light medium brown right here. You'd be amazed how much color you can get on your eyes by even going with lighter colors. I have a lot of fun trying to do smoky eyes and different eye looks while using the lighter colors in the palette. Okay, so now I'm going to put this shadow. Okay, so the crease is here, but we'd lose it when I close my eyes. So I'm going right above the crease, like that, and getting that shadow above the crease so that I can still see it when my eyes are open. And that's the other thing, when you have hooded eyes, you often want to, I mean, maybe everybody does it, maybe it's good for everybody too, but I like to step back and open my eyes and make sure I can still see what I put on. Because if it's hidden from the crease, what's the point? Okay, so I've got it on there. I'm going to go back in and get a little more of my lighter color in there, and then take an extra brush that's just a clean extra brush and start blending the two of them together. Okay. It was pretty good. Okay, so now I talked also about last time that I like to use a little bit of a frost or a shimmer right on the lower lid here. And you might say, well, your eyes are hooded. What's the point of that? The point of that is so that you do see a pop of something when I open my eyes. I mean, you're always blinking all day, right? So if you put something there, when you blink, open, and close, you will get the illusion of seeing more of your eyeshadow then. This one is called Strung Out. It is the lighter peach shimmery color. And so I'll put that on my lower lid, or on the bottom of my lid right there. And so you don't see it when my eyes are open, but you start to see it when I open, or yeah, you start to see it when I blink and close my eyes. All right, so I'll blend all this a little bit more. Okay, and then grab one more brush, because I like to go back to the matte shadows and pick a lighter color for highlights on my brow bone and in the center. So this color is called Whisper right here. I'm going to take a little bit of Whisper. I often dab eyeshadow off on my hand too, because I really don't want it to pool underneath my eyes. I just did my concealer. If you are worried that you're going to use too much product and that you might have runoff, especially if you're going to do a heavier smoky eye, I would do your eyeshadow first and then do your foundation and concealer after that, because then you have the ability to wipe it all off. Okay, so as you can see, we're doing a light eye today. I am still going to wear eyeliner though. And this is, someone was asking a question about this the other day as well. This is MAC Eye Kohl crayon in color Teddy. Someone was commenting how smooth this went on. They really do go on very smooth. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. And Teddy is like a soft brown, not super dark. Like you know how in a dark brown you can't tell if it's brown or black just to look at it in the pencil. This one is obviously brown, which means it is actually a lighter medium brown, not a super dark brown. But again, I'm blonde and fair, so dark colors go a long way on me, and I don't have to go with black or a dark chocolate brown to show shadow on my face. I can get away with some of the lighter colors and still look like I've done darker colors. Okay, I could grab a pencil and blend this together a little bit. I think softer lines are usually more attractive than hard lines, at least for me. But again, this is creative expression. We've talked about this many times before. Makeup for me is a creative expression, and I believe it should be for you as well, whether you use a little or a lot, use color, use neutrals, whatever you decide to do. There are some rules that will help you diminish the amount of aging you have in your skin, but after you get through those rules, everything else is about creative expression, and how fun and wonderful is that? Okay, I'm going to put lashes on today. Whether you like lashes or not, that's up to you. You can use mascara instead, and I will end up using mascara as well to blend them together. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're good on time. Hi, Edna. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Christine. Teddy as in teddy bear. Yes, that's correct. That's the name of the eyeliner. It is a very, it's a medium brown, not a dark brown. So it'd be more like milk chocolate rather than dark chocolate, if that helps you figure out a color for it. And as far as doing like a lighter, subtle, smoky eye, it's a great color for that. Because you could, and well, we can do a smoky eye one day too. I'd be happy to show you what I mean by a lighter smoky eye. Okay, so I put some glue on my lash. I should have done it on the camera. I'm sorry. We'll do the second one like that. And now I'm going to wait 30 seconds. You can find all the products that I'm talking about in my Amazon shop, amazon.com/shop/Kristin Omdahl, including my robe. I found this on Amazon last week. How cutie is this? I got this for, I think it was $38 or something like that. It was not a lot of money, and it's longer. It comes down, it's between my calf and my ankle, and it has pockets, which I think everything should have pockets, but that's just me. Well, no, I think everything should have pockets that don't add bulk to your hips. And what I like about these is it doesn't add bulk to your hips. It's for the price. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a heavy satin or a thinner, silkier fabric. And as you can see, it's a little silkier. Obviously, it's not silk. For under $40, it wouldn't be silk, but it's very soft and silky, nicer than I expected. And it, what else was I going to say? It comes in tons of prints too. But I do love, how do you take the lashes off? You just peel them off. I mean, the adhesive holds them on, but not strong enough that it's not very easy to peel them off. You would start in the corner and just slowly peel them off. Okay, it's time to put on, which lash is this? Left eye. So I'm going to line it up. I like to line it up with my, the outer edge. Oh, I think I've got glue on the applicator. That's not cool. Yeah, the applicator's sticky. All right, plan B. Let's try this with my fingers instead. Okay, so I like to line it up with the outer edge of my lash line. It's not as wide as my whole eye, so I like to start at the outer edge to make sure that lines up, and then the inner edge does not go all the way to my eye corner, if that makes sense. Okay, we got it. So let that sit for a second. And what you may or may not see in the lighting here is that my lashes are not blending with the false lashes because they're much lighter. So what I'll do is once this dries a little bit more, like maybe a little more of the tacky stage, I'll go in and put a light coat of mascara on my lashes, which will blend the color better and also blend the lashes together. And then I'll also put mascara on my lower lash line. But in the meantime, I will start working on my second lash. And I'll do this one on camera now so you can see what I'm doing. You want to make sure you leave the glue sitting up. So you may have heard a lot about the magnetic lashes and magnetic liner, and I tried them out, and my eyes are too sensitive for it. I had a lot of eye sensitivity when I tried to use them, and especially when I tried to take them off. So I have done some research and found this particular brand offers eyelashes and eyelash glue that are hypoallergenic for people with sensitive eyes. I can't see what I'm doing, so let me grab the glasses again. Make sure I'm getting the glue all the way to the edge. There we go. So I just got a thin bead of glue across the whole edge of the liner, of the eyelash, and then as it dries, it'll become a little more clear. Obviously, when it dries on your eye, it turns completely clear, which is great. That's the other thing that I like about the glue over the magnetic lining is that it's black. So you have no choice. You have to do a black eyeliner look, which I like heavy eye makeup, but I don't want to feel forced to do it every day just because of the lashes. Almost done here. So these I've been able to keep on all day and only take off when I want to, which is the end of the night when I wash my face and get ready for bed, which is amazing. Once I get used to them, once I put them on and they dry, I literally forget that they're on. Like, I cannot feel these, and that amazes me because I always felt the other kind. The magnetic ones, I always felt them on throughout the day. And if I ever try the more natural looking lashes, I'm sure that I'll feel like they're even more invisible than these. The other thing you want to check when you're putting lashes on and making sure that you got them at the same angle, you may notice that on some of the thumbnails or even some of the other podcasts of the Create, Share, Inspire podcast, one of my eyes looks bigger than the other, and I'm not sure if something's happened to my face over time or if it's because I got conflicting angles on my lashes. So what I like to do is try to be mindful about pushing them both up a little bit to try to get them to be the same size so that my eyes look the same size. I think if they're not at the same angle, it'll give the illusion that your eyes are not the same size, which I thought was very strange to see of myself in photos. Okay, I reorganized my makeup yesterday. Now, where in the heck did I decide to put mascara? There it is. There was method to the madness. And so I'm not putting mascara on the false lashes. I'm putting a little bit on my natural lashes to blend them together. Shoot, it's raining outside. I wanted to do the podcast. I wanted to do the Create, Share, Inspire podcast on the porch today, and I could hear it raining out there. Maybe that'll be nice, though. Maybe it'll be fun to hear rain out there today while we talk. I wanted to show some progress on my Tunisian crochet cardigan and show you my garden. I guess the garden won't be very interesting in the rain, but the rest of it will be. Okay, I think that's done. I'm going to call that done. I'm going to grab my glasses here for a second, see what I've been missing. Yeah, I can hear the sound of the rain from here, Joe, and it's because I have so many trees. Okay, so now it's time to do lips. Oh, another big comment. Let's see what that says. Oh, let's see. Hi, Dave. I do not like waterproof mascara, Barbara. I have sensitive eyes, and I do feel like anything that's harder to take off is going to involve more friction in taking off, and so anything I can do to be more gentle with my skin the older I get, I do. And so for me, I do not like waterproof mascara because I feel like it's harder to come off and it's more harsh. So I use regular mascara, and I've been using the same mascara for a million years, Voluminous mascara by L'Oreal. There are fancier mascaras out there, and I'm sure there are some amazing fiber mascaras out there that will give you more of a false lash look, and you're welcome to try anything you want. But like I said, I have a lot of eye sensitivity, and so for me, this one works every time for me, tried and true, and it's layerable, meaning you can layer it. So if I want to do one quick coat, fine. If I want to wait and be patient and put on 3 or 4 coats, I can get a massive eyelash look by layering this mascara. So I really like it a lot, and it comes off easily. I wash my face with oil, and it comes off very easily with oil. Okay. I need to sharpen one of my lip liners. I'm going to go for a more nude lip this morning, which is a tough thing for me. I oftentimes, when I do a nude lip, I go into the studio and I go to start taking the thumbnail photo for the podcast, and I go, yikes, I look naked with that lipstick on. So I happen to be very picky about nudes. This is called Soar, and it's more of like it's a brownish pink, a pink with a little bit of nude brown in it. And I'm going to start here. Now from here, you could fill in with a lighter pink. You could fill in with a medium color, a medium pink, and get like a mauve look. And that's another thing. As time goes on, I'm going to show you lots of different ways that I blend colors to get even more color. So again, this is called Soar. That's from MAC. And I'm going to show you 2 colors that I love to blend together. Let me find them over here. Okay, so Mare is the first one here. Yeah, I plan on doing a tutorial showing how to take my makeup off too. I just need to figure out the scheduling because I planned on doing the beauty vlog once a week and wanted to be consistent. So Tuesday morning is what I did last week. Wanted to do that today, but it's not very practical for showing you taking my makeup off at the end of the night or showing you a Saturday look with minimal makeup. or any of the other things that I want to share. So I haven't figured out scheduling for all of that, but yes, I absolutely want to show you how I do my other beauty treatments to my face, including how I take my makeup off and wash my face with oil. This is called Mehr, M-E-H-R, which is a medium dusty pink, which with that liner gives me like a bit of a mauve look. Which is definitely about as nude as I can go. I feel like if I go too light, I feel like I don't have lipstick on. And so for me, I still like to add a pop of berry to this. So this is Flat Out Fabulous. And I'm gonna put a little bit of it in the center here. And that, I think we're gonna stay there. I could also, we could do a gloss too, but if I do a gloss, it won't last as long, so I really want it to stay on this morning. What sounds uncomfortable? Did I miss something? Oh, someone's talking about uncomfortable skin issues. Okay. Thank you, Sunshine. Yeah, I've got my hair pulled back in just like the bang area, I guess, in a little bit of a ponytail to give a little bit of height, and left the rest of it down and blow dried it a little bit to keep it nice and smooth. This is yesterday's hair, so I already have product in it from yesterday. So I still have Wow in it, which is that smoothing serum, and I still have a root booster and dry shampoo. So that's what keeps my hair going for day 2. I think we're just about done, so I'm going to get ready for the Create, Share, Inspire podcast. Thank you, Sunshine. I love this robe. You can find it in my Amazon shop in the fashion folder. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I'm happy with it today. It's a lighter look than last time, but what you'll see is when we do more makeup tutorials, you can go in any color family. Today I went with like a peach family, but stuck with my light to medium brown for shading, and I still got a light eye makeup look for the day, but definitely more in the peach tone, so it's definitely more warming. And then sticking with a warm tone lipstick, I had to put a little bit of fuchsia in there just because I do like a little deeper of a color, but overall I still feel like this is more of a light, warm tone, pinky kind of a makeup look. Yeah, I am showing, and if you look at the thumbnail from the first beauty vlog, I did show a before and after, and I will be doing that again today. I will definitely be showing a before and after of what I look like before makeup and after, because I feel like that's the most effective way to show the thumbnail of what I'm actually teaching on here. So, and later today, I will be posting the recipe to my sugar scrub in the video description here for those of you who are interested. It's very easy. You probably have most of the ingredients in your house right now. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy morning to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you liked my tips and tricks and just watching me use my face as a canvas to paint and draw this morning. Oh, we have a kitty. Hi, buddy. This is baby Bjorn. Okay, let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. If you're so inclined, I'll be starting the Create, Share, Inspire podcast in a few minutes. That will be live as well, and it'll be 9 o'clock. So how many minutes away is that? Let's see. That is 9 minutes from now. All right, I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Oh, and if you have questions, please always feel welcome to leave them in the recorded version. I would love to hear from you. Thanks. Bye-bye.